I'll leave you guys with one more story here. This is my favorite story I have to tell. It's one of the worst things I've ever done, but I feel like sometimes that makes for a good story. I feel like it has good elements of a story. It has, there's violence, possible upcoming murder, and a lot of silverware, which I think piques people's interest. This happened. This was the worst practical joke I did on somebody. I didn't know them, and they didn't know I was joking, so I don't know if you know if you could call it a practical joke. What happened was, it was the last semester I was going to be at the cafeteria when I was in college, and when you're done eating in this cafeteria at Gonzaga, you would put your trays on this machine, these rotating metal shelves that would take your trays back around into the dishwashing station. And they would take the stuff off and the plates, and you would drop off your silverware on this big metal countertop with these little slots that you drop the silverware and went back to them, and they grabbed it in the same spot. I figured out the start of the last semester that instead I could take my silverware and I could whip it as hard as I could against the side wall, 45-degree angle it back behind the machine, and pelt these guys as they tried to clean things for no reason. And I would never see them get hit because of the view obstruction, but I would throw it, it'd be ting, shoot back, and a millisecond later I'd hear ah, god damn it, and I'd feel victory rise up and swell my chest. And I'd have a little pep in my step, I felt very important and powerful. I'm a horrible person. And this goes on a couple times a week for about 4 months. And that wasn't enough for me, apparently, because every few weeks I would get 3 friends, I would recruit them, and we would line up 4 across in front of the station into what we called full frontal assault mode. Like I was an important military strategist. And what we'd do is the 2 guys in the ends would be doing the whipping, angling things off the walls, and the middle guys would just throw silverware just as hard as they could down the chute so it bounced out the bottom and hit them from the front. So they're getting front, angle, side, like a blitzkrieg, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, dude. You're getting pounded back there, okay? You're fighting an enemy that you don't understand why you're fighting or you don't know who they are. Neither do we. No one understands why it is happening. It's fun. So this goes on, again, the whole semester. And I'm not adding this last part to make it a better story. This is just a natural ending that happens sometimes. Last day I will ever be in this building. It's God had been watching me. And he sent me a sign that he wanted me to kick it up a notch for the final battle. It's how I chose to interpret the message. Because what happened was, next door to the cafeteria where you walk in, there's a business expo, and they're giving away free dry erase boards. And when I saw these dry erase boards, it was like a cartoon light bulb went on above my head. I knew immediately I had to send them a message for the final battle. And I put 5 words on that board with nothing to distract from it, set it on the tray, let it rotate around, gave them time to absorb it, as we lined up into full frontal assault mode for the last time. Looking back, horrible what I wrote, cruel, but also beautiful and perfect. Here come the spoons, motherfucker. Pretty direct. And they came. I got so into the launching, I was just so gung-ho, just oblivious to what's happening around me. I'm throwing silver. I failed to recognize one of these guys finally snaps. In hindsight, I can't believe it took him this long. He comes out from behind the machine, almost grabs me, chases me through the entire cafeteria in just a parade of profanity. Scariest / funniest thing that's ever happened to me in my life. Part of it is pretty funny. I'm imagining how I must look getting chased around the cafeteria by Yosemite Sam with a prison vocabulary. The other part of me is truly in fear for my life. Because I realize also that if he gets a hold of me, he's not going to give me a firm talking to. Only murder is alive behind his pupils at this moment. And it's been over 10 years since that happened, and I still think about him, and he has to still think about me. And he saw me. I have to be top 3 on his people to kill list. Easy. I tortured him for no reason for 4 months and then got him fired. I'm guessing. I don't know that. Pretty sure he was fired. I don't think you get to try and murder a student in a Catholic university cafeteria in front of 500 witnesses while yelling motherfucker 20 times. And then just be sorry about that. Forget it. I'm just gonna go back. I'm gonna wash some dishes if that's okay. Oh, yeah, don't worry about it, Terry. You're irreplaceable. Yeah, no, he was fired, clearly. So I made his shitty life shittier for no reason. And now I've dedicated my life to getting more, television exposure nationally, which just increases the chance that eventually he will find me. He will put it together and he will try and kill me. And you know what? I hope he does. Not anytime soon, but I hope in like 40 years ago, that'd be an awesome death. Like, we all have to die. Best you can hope for is to have a memorable death. Leave the world with a story, something legendary. That'd be incredible. If 40 years from now, I wake up to him standing above my bed, he's finally tracked me down. And the last words I hear on this earth are, "Here come the spoons, motherfucker." I won't even fight back. I'll just be like, "Touche."